Hello and welcome to Theatre Reviews with Paul Sever. I'm here at the Fortune Theatre in a very wet Covent Garden to see Operation MIncemeat. This was my first ever visit to the Fortune Theatre because for the last 33 years it's been the home to The Woman in Black. Now it's hosting Operation MIncemeat, and while that may not match the previous occupant's 3-decade run, this polished, fast-moving musical comedy certainly deserves a long stay. Keep watching and I'll tell you why. By the way, a lot of people have been wondering what this poster design for the show means. I mean the whole thing, not just the little briefcase handle there. Can you see what the designers are trying to put across? I'll give you the answer at the end of the review. Oh, and please, like, comment and subscribe. From the moment the yellow curtain goes up on Operation MIncemeat, you know you're in for a treat. It begins with a chorus number by the 5 cast members, who start as they mean to go on. They fill the stage with their larger-than-life characters, exuberant performances, and sheer enjoyment of being there. Over a couple of hours, we're told the true, albeit embellished, story from the Second World War of an MI5 plan to use a dead body with fake papers to fool the German army into thinking the British will invade Sardinia rather than Sicily. However, this is not really a tribute to MI5, more a satire of male chauvinism in general and the old boy network in particular. Operation MIncemeat is written and composed by David Cumming, Felix Hagan, Natasha Hodgson and Zoe Roberts. Developed from an idea to a run at the tiny new Diorama Theatre in London and then polished into a West End show. Among those on stage right now are all of the creators, less Felix Hagan, but plus Claire Marie Hall and Jack Malone, who have fantastic singing voices. Don't get me wrong, the others do sing very well too. I'm pretty sure the 4 understudies, who are given equal billing in the programme, are also multi-talented. They end up playing many parts of both male and female gender, and this adds an additional layer of humour, as when Natasha Hodgson, playing the group's leader, Ewan Montague, struts with old Etonian entitlement and masculine pomposity. His response to the question, is it legal, is, does it matter? And tells us, for we were made to give the orders, while lesser men take heed. For some were born to follow, but we were born to lead. Outstanding too is Jack Malone as the secretary Hester, who sings the most moving song of the evening, Dear Bill, a letter to a soldier on the front line. Zoe Roberts is constantly hilarious as Johnny Bevan, the bureaucratic man ultimately in charge, and as Ian Fleming, the would-be author, and our man in Spain, the out-of-his-depth Hazelden. David Cumming is a riot as the shy, panicking, nerdy Charles, while Claire Marie Hall excels as the artless young assistant Jean. Many of the routines seem like classic comedy, music hall even. For example, there's a scene where all 5 are exchanging and getting tangled in hats, phones and a briefcase with clockwork precision. And there are moments of stage magic when they change characters and costumes in the blink of an eye. The cast are greatly aided by having director Robert Hastie and choreographer Jenny Arnold on board. Both are highly experienced and it shows in the slickness of the production. And yet, Operation MIncemeat retains the feel and the excitement of a fringe show. The theatre is one of the smallest in the West End with a stage to match, and Ben Stone's set is deliberately sparse with a couple of desks and chairs, a display board and a mobile staircase, plus a backdrop that is reminiscent of a map. Until that is, we launch into a very non-fringe-like finale, complete with glittering Nazis, which really is as glitzy as they announce. The songs cross a number of musical genre, and the clever, witty lyrics are often delivered at the sort of breakneck speed that may remind you of Gilbert and Sullivan or Frank Lesser. How about this verse? If we cannot storm the beaches, it's sure to spell defeat. If the muscle men can't do it, call the masters of deceit. In some ways, there is a parallel between the small MI5 team that pulled off this unlikely deceit and the small team that created this unexpected West End hit. Because what we end up with is an incredibly polished, laugh-out-loud musical, and one that deserves to run and run. I'm happy to give it 5 stars. Oh yes, the poster artwork. Well, if you haven't worked it out, It represents Hitler's hair and moustache. Clever, eh? Well, maybe too clever, but I like it, and if you worked it out, congratulations. I hope you found this review interesting and useful. If you did, please comment, like, and subscribe to this channel. And you can read my reviews at Theatre.Reviews, and if you want to follow me, then you can find me on Threads, Twitter, Mastodon, Instagram, and Facebook. Thank you for watching.